Are you willing to be a fool for God? So, in my relatively short life thus far, one of the things I've come to discover is that for me to truly be obedient to God in different seasons, for me to truly follow Him in different seasons, it usually requires me to do things or to not do things that can be interpreted by a typical human being as foolish. And it's all over the Bible as well. If you think about it, all the way from Genesis right through into Revelation, if you look at the people that God used powerfully, there were often times that He required them to do things that, from a human perspective, would be defined as foolish. They didn't make sense. There didn't seem to be any logic or reason to them. Yet, it was through that obedience that God was able to use them in a mighty way. Think about Gideon and having to trim down his army from 30,000 to 300 men. Think about someone like Moses, who had to stand before Pharaoh and demand the release of the Israelites with nothing more than a rod that could perform some tricks or some miracles, if you will. Think about Naaman, the story of Naaman and how he got healed. He had to go and dip himself in a river 7 times, and even when he's doing it, he almost didn't finish the instruction, because at some point he starts thinking, are there no rivers where I came from? Why did I have to travel so far just for this so-called man of God to tell me to dip myself in a dirty, presumably dirty river 7 times? But he followed through, he stuck it out, and he did get his healing in the end. What's the point I'm trying to make? If you are trying to preserve your ego and your reputation, then Christianity is going to be a rough journey for you, because one of the things that has to die for us to truly be followers of Christ is our pride and our ego, that thing in us that tells us or that makes us care more about the opinions of men than we do the approval of God. That's what's on my mind today. What's on yours? Let me know.